there's someone standing at the foot of my bed. Every night for the past week, as my eyelids grow heavy and I slip into unconsciousness, he comes out, his hands grasping the metal railing, rising 1 inch at a time. He peeks at his head first, black and featureless, a pair of cobalt blue eyes set high up where the eyebrows should be. Then out come his shoulders, then his chest, until he's fully upright. He looks like a store mannequin, sexless, starved. I know I'm sleeping, but my eyes are open, and I see him. But I can't bring myself to talk to him, or to reach out to him. The gaunt man just stands there, his eyes transfixed to mine, his breathing shallow and ragged. On Monday, the gaunt man reached out a thin hand with long fingers and pulled back the sheets covering my legs. He drags his fingers across my heels or up the soles of my feet, leaving long trails of red that stained my sheets. It felt like a nightmare, the kind you can't wake yourself out of. Tuesday, I caught a glimpse of him in my bedroom mirror. His back was the same as his front. His cobalt blue eyes found mine in the dark room and just watched me as I slept. He dragged his fingers across my legs, all the way down to my toenails, scratching them. There's always pain in the morning. There's blood on the sheets, scabs on my legs. He loves mirrors, this I know. He likes to look at himself when he comes out from under the bed. Wednesday, he just stood and stared at his own reflection, as if he were in love with it. His front, though, his front stayed fixed at me. Thursday, his eyes moved, shifted across his face until they were in just the right place. When this was done, he crawled into the bed beneath the covers and lay beside me. The way he felt when my hand brushed his skin, it made me think of rotted shellfish in a freezer drawer. Friday morning, he was gone. My feet were a bloody mess. Just trying to stand up felt like a dozen needles running through the soles of my feet. I saw him in the puddle I made on the floor. Don't ask me how I could tell, but he looked like he was smiling. I went to see a doctor about it. He sent me to see a shrink. I've showered 3 times already, but I still smell like rotten shellfish. Friday night, he was leaning over me as I slept. He looks proper now, bit round in the waist, same as me. Saturday morning, I missed the appointment with the shrink. It's hard to type now that he's in my monitor's reflection. He's dragging his fingers across the back of my hands, up my arms all the way to my shoulders. I can't see the letters all that well for the blood. My eyes are all wrong. He's fading now, but from the creaking of the boards in the next room, I know he's in the bed. Don't ask me how I know this, but it's his bed now. Tomorrow, he'll be in my rearview mirror. Come Monday, I'll be the one standing behind him as he looks at his reflection in the bathroom stalls. I look at my reflection. My eyes are cobalt blue. Can I stay in your room tonight? The walls won't stop staring at me. I sigh and roll out of bed. There's nothing in your room. Go back to sleep. But they won't stop staring. Come on. I take Will by the hand and guide him back to his room. Walls can't see Will. They don't have eyes. Mine do. They do. And they keep looking at me. We cross the threshold of his doorway, and I set him up on the bed. Pictures of family, past and present, are hung and clustered around the room. See, look. Will points to one of the pictures across his bed. A large portrait of his great-great-grandmother, long deceased. Due to the way the picture was taken, she seems to stare at wherever the picture faces. In this case, Will's bed. That's just an old picture. I can't change it. It looks like she's staring. Can you take it down, please? I sigh. Sure. I reach to pull down the old portrait. Her eyes slowly lock with mine. working the shift at my work from 1 a.m. to 12 p.m. 5 p.m. was one of the times where I had a nap. It was not the time I expected to get a call from my beloved daughter, Lainey. She lived with her mother, so I never really got to see her or hear from her much, except for on holidays. Concerned on why I was getting a phone call from her, I picked up the phone. "Daddy, I'm stuck in a tree," she muttered. I could hear the fear in her voice. I was quite concerned that this was a sick prank from her or what. She always had a sick sense of humor, so I honestly couldn't tell. "How'd you get stuck in a tree?" I asked demandingly, still a little angry as to why she would not just call her mother, who probably is up and awake right now. It was raining quite harsh, so I thought I should probably hurry. I grabbed my umbrella and headed to the car, still on the phone with her. She wasn't saying much, but I could still hear her breathing into the phone. I'd assumed she'd hang up soon, as she never really did like talking on the phone. Just one of the many traits of her, I guess. I would have loved to know how she got in the tree. I was more intent on getting her out of it. I asked her where the address was that the tree was at, and I headed off. I wanted to get there as quick as possible, as I didn't want my daughter to be frightened and stuck in the tree. Then I started to think about the situation a bit more, since my initial paranoia of, oh, my daughter's in a tree and I need to save her, has worn off. Wait a minute, how am I going to get you down? She gave no response. Her breathing began to get slower, quieter. I was starting to fear she had fallen out of the tree, as she was not responding. Her slow, but just yet realizable breathing assured me she was okay. I still wanted to hear her voice again just to be sure. Any fucking creep could have put her in that tree or shot her or something and be breathing into the phone. I pushed my foot down the gas pedal, almost passing the speed limit. "Lainey, please answer me," I said, worry coming from my voice. Should I call the fire department? Still no response. I wanted to call 911, but I couldn't hang up on her. I couldn't. I finally arrived at the address. Fear, disgust, and shock filled my brain. I felt water flowing down my cheeks, but it wasn't just the rain. I saw my beloved daughter in casual wear, blood staining it. One end of a noose tied around her neck, and the other around a large branch of the tree she was stuck in. I cry, and I just can't stop. I dropped to my knees and started pounding against the dirt. Why my daughter? Why would she commit suicide? Was that even the case? Could someone have killed her? I closed my eyes for a minute or so to try and block the tears. I flip open my cell phone, eager to call her mother and the police. I hear a faint whisper from the cell phone, the answer I've long awaited. "Cut the rope, Daddy."